Welcome to the Ohio AgNet podcast. I'm Matt Reese with Ohio's Country Journal, joined by Dusty Sonnenberg, who's with Ohio AgNet. And today we are very privileged. As you can tell, she's decked out to be joined by Risa Labig, who has been our marketing specialist for the last several years and is retiring. She's got her retiring banner on. She's got her, retired, and she's got her, what do you call that, crown?
My tiara.
Tiara, yeah. And a bedazzled shirt. So I feel kind of bedazzled myself just to be in the online presence of Risa here. It's pretty exciting, Risa. What are your initial thoughts about retiring here?
I was really surprised. So, I thought I was going to a holiday party there before Thanksgiving. And when I got there, I sat down and they said, "Oh, by the way, this isn't a holiday party. This is your retirement party." And I kind of remember sitting there looking down this way, at that end of the table and looking at that end of the table. And I was like, I'm that old, I'm going to be 65 next month. And I'm like, that just seems like, when you're 30 or a millennial out there, perhaps it seems like you're old. And I'm there and I don't feel old. There are some days I do, but, it just seems like that should be some other person that surely couldn't be that time in my life yet. But, it is. I feel that through my faith has guided me as to, when would be the right time to do this. I thought maybe 62 was going to be it. And at 62, I'm like, I still like this. I love everybody I work with.
Except working with Matt. You didn't like that.
Yeah, I couldn't leave Matt. That's just it. I could not leave Matt.
You could overcome some things, but that was a tough one.
So, I made the decision. Everything has been right. I'm going to kind of step from the role of retired marketing specialist into helping out mom. She lives a couple hours away and I'm the closest sibling. So I'm fortunate that I can step in, and she needs some assistance now and more care. She's pushing 90, and just the other day she went to the doctor's appointment, and the doctor was talking with her about some things. And I'm sure folks older than myself can understand this. The doctor said, "Loretta, you're not 21 anymore." And she said, "But I feel like I am. I think I am." And, that's kind of how I felt when I was at that meeting. I don't know where time goes. It flies. But all of a sudden, you get older each day and you start to reach milestones. And this is where I'm at.
Well, I'm not sure which direction you were looking at the lunch and where Dusty was sitting, but I'm pretty sure you felt older when you looked at him than when you looked at my direction. I think that's probably the case anyway.
Yeah. Risa, to your credit, a lot of people, as they get closer to retirement, start to slow down, but you kept your foot on the gas pedal the whole way. We never saw a single speed bump or slow down along your path when it came to the work you did for the Country Journal and the AgNet. That's definitely to your credit.
Yes. And
well, actually, the credit is to both our team, who is just so great to work for, and my clients. All of us that are in the ag world, we're unique. We're less than 2% of the population out there, but yet, I've grown up in it my whole life. I grew up a dairy farmer's daughter in Seneca County. And, when I went to college, I thought that I would never marry a farmer. And I did. And as my husband said, when I sent him a picture from the retirement party of my tiara, he sent it on to one of his buddies. And he said, "Well, when I met her, she was wearing a tiara, and now she's retiring wearing a tiara." So
you're a tiara kind of gal, So as we move on through the podcast, we're going to have audio from Luke Crumley and Ann Thompson. Luke Crumley is with Ohio Corn and Wheat Growers Association, and Ann Thompson is with the National Corn Growers Association. And we met with them at the Grain Farmer Symposium, and we talked policy, both at state, but mostly the federal level. So really interesting stuff there. Also, last week, Dale caught up with the Farm Credit Mid-America folks, and they do a great program called Fight the Hunger, Stock the Trailer, where they work with junior fair boards around the state in kind of a competition to see who can raise the most food for the needy. And so Dale has an update from that. We're also going to be talking to Risa about the role of women in agriculture and how she has seen that evolve through her career, how she's navigated her career through her faith. Also, what it's like hosting Ohio AgNet employees at her house on a regular basis and serving them raspberry coffee. So we've got a lot coming up. in the podcast, and be sure to check that out. It'll be out at ocj.com and available in Digital Dale, and lots of good stuff in there, I'm sure, from recent. And we'll probably talk more about being bedazzled and tiaras as well. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.